Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another video. Today we're going to be taking Warrior 536 Pop uniform over to Minneapolis International Airport if we're able to even, request into there on VATSIM tonight. Um, it's currently morning in the sim, but actually nighttime in real time. But right now, the weather over here at Flying Cloud is marginal VFR with winds from 240 at 7. 10-mile visibility, overcast at 2,500 with a temperature of 3 Celsius, dew point -3, altimeter 3031. So expecting we're probably gonna be pretty low if we're gonna be VFR tonight or today. Um, so we'll see what Minneapolis approach departure gives us once we request it and once we start up the engine and everything. We're currently sitting here at the Thunderbird FBO with my custom made livery, so pretty dope. So let's get on our way. Ooh, okay, here we go. So we're gonna walk over here, you know what I mean? Nice little, dude, that's beautiful right up there. Look at that. But a little walk around of the Warrior. I mean, it's just an ordinary Warrior. I mean, there's nothing different. But I think this livery looks pretty damn neat. So yeah, let's hop on in and start our journey over to Minneapolis. If I can even get in here. Alrighty. We're gonna quickly close the door because. Alright, door is closed. We're gonna open this window for a clear prop call in a second. Passenger briefing. I'm running a checklist right now. So basically, seatbelt to unbuckle it, lift the metal flap, I guess. Just like any other plane, fire extinguisher should be right behind my seat. Oh right, it's under my seat in front of me, but fire extinguisher is right here to open the door. You unlatch this lever here and then twist this to open. Air conditioning is down here. If you want to control the heat, it's over here. And if you have any questions, please let me know. And no talking during the most critical phases of flight, like takeoff, landing, and taxi, and all that. Just airplane related stuff at that point. And yeah, that's my virtual passenger briefing. Seatbelts, I have a buckled, virtually buckled. Brakes set, flaps retracted, that's checked. Circuit breakers are in, and they should be in. Yep, circuit breakers are in, electrical equipment off. We're going to turn on the master and alternator switch. And if I'm correct, lowest tank is left tank today, so we'll switch over to the left tank. And then we're gonna go check pressure, and I don't know if this is something with just a mod, but the pressure doesn't actually go on like it's supposed to in the real plane unless I have mixture full, so I'm just gonna go mixture full. Fuel pressure, so the pump is working, we'll turn that back off. Carburetor heat is off. Mixture is rich, throttle will have a 1/4 inch, anti-collision lights, we'll turn the, oops, wrong lights. Oops, gosh. There you go, anti-collision on. Alright. Remain clear of my propeller. I'm about to commence engine start. Alrighty, here we go.
Clear.
I'm gonna crank this thing up. Let's see if it starts up quickly. Or actually, let's prime it first. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. We'll give it a nice 3 pump. I'm actually 4. It's cold. Alright, prime engine, start. Okay. Alright, here she comes. Thousand RPM, all of our engine gauges are coming alive, green, green, green. That's all good. Oil temperature is obviously going to rise once we have the engine running for a little bit. At this point, I'm going to turn on the avionics. We're going to go ahead and squawk 1200 because we're VFR tonight. And I don't believe we have flying cloud at all, so we'll go ahead and tune on to 135475 Minneapolis departure. We'll see here. Oops. 35475. There you go. We're tuned on. And
Minneapolis, gas 2020 looks like we're at Alpha 6, ready to push.
Minneapolis departure, push and start the transponder on, please.
Alright, so altimeter is 3031. We'll go ahead and set that.
Push and start approved, turn your transponder on.
And I can confirm that that is correct because it's showing our field elevation. The wind is 240, so I'm assuming we're going to be taking off from runway 28 left or right, but we'll see here. 28 right is probably what we're going to be taking off from. Our heading indicators, we'll actually just run our before taxi checklist, make sure it is leaned. Avionics on is set, transponder 12, code altimeter 3031 is set. Heading indicator is verified about 280 yep, that's checked. We'll turn on nav lights even though it's night because it's night for VATSIM right now, so we want people to see us. Let's see if it's on. Yep, it's on. Alright. Fuel selector will change its fullest tank. Turn on the fuel pump. Switch to the right tank. And we still have fuel pressure. We'll pop that fuel pump right off. Brakes test. And then we'll pull up to that hold short line from the uncontrolled area. We'll ignore this guy over here. He's just a ghost. Nothing to be worried about.
Yeah, 634, where are you parking?
Foxtrot Concord.
Alright, we'll give him a call in a second.
Yeah, 634, Roger, exit right on runway 4, right on Alpha to the ramp today.
Right on runway 4, right on Alpha to the ramp. Thanks so much, Unit 634. Have a good night.
Looks like you missed the runway turn off, turn right next taxiway, right on Alpha, cross runway 4 to the ramp.
Sorry about that. Right on Mike, right on Alpha, cross runway 4 to the ramp. Thanks so much, Unit 634. Have a great night.
Minneapolis departure, Warrior 536 Pop uniform is at the Flying Cloud Airport. I'd like to pick up VFR departure over to Minneapolis if able.
526 Pop uniform, Minneapolis departure. 526 Pop uniform, squawk 0223, and runway 28 right, taxi to Pop, discretion the Flying Cloud, altimeter 3031.
Roger, 0223 for the squawk, and then we'll taxi our discretion 28 right for 536 Pop uniform. Thank you. There you go. Light work. Alright, so he said pilot discretion. We're currently at Thunderbird FBO. We're going to take a left here on Alpha, and then taxi via Alpha crossing 18, and then hopefully we can find a place to do the run-up over there. So, popping out here. Alright, we're about to cross the runway. I'm going to turn on the landing lights. Ignore that fuel truck because, you know, sim is weird sometimes. Alright, runway is made. We'll turn off the landing lights here. Now I don't know where they do the run up here, but we'll just do it in a whole short spot. Our brakes, we'll actually test that real quick. I forgot to test it, that's my bad. Left brake, right brake, both brakes, good. We'll check our turning indicator, our turn indicator. So we're turning right, that's indicating a bank to the right and a heading turn to the right. We're turning left, that's indicating correctly. We're gonna perform our run up here, I guess. Run up checks, brake set, make sure rich, throttle 1800 RPM. 17, there's about 1800 RPM right there. We'll give our magnetos a little check here. Switching over to the right magneto, we have about a 100 RPM drop, which is normal. Back to both. It's gonna bring us back to 1800 RPM, which is healthy. Left the magneto, have about the same drop, which is good. We'll actually switch to the switching between the two. We don't have major differences in drops, so that's good. Well, our RPM is still at 1800. We're gonna put the carburetor heat on, and it seems like we have an RPM drop, which means the carburetor is working. So we'll turn that back off. Engine gauges, verify green. It seems our oil pressure is coming up, which is good. Everything's in the green, so we're good on that. Alternator will note the load here as we turn on the pitot heat. There you go. We have an increase in battery usage, so it's noting the load. That's good. If I can hide this iPad, but I don't think it can. But gyro seems like it's the suction is good. It's about closer to 5. Yep, we need 4.9, so it's about there. Yep. Throttles back to 1000. We'll run a quick idle test on it, see if the engine will quit on us. Idle check looks good. Engine still is running. Back to 1000. Alright, primer in and lock, that's checked. Annunciator panel, that's good. Heading indicator indicating about a 198 about-ish. There you go. It's coordinating with this, so that's good. Pitot heat, we don't need that. Circuit breakers are all N still, so that's all good. Instrument radio is set. Our altimeter is set to where he wants us, and then our door is latched. My window is closed. I'll do a quick flight control check. Boom, that's all good. Up, down, and then our rudders were checked during the taxi because our rudder is linked to the nose gear. So if the rudder didn't work, the nose gear wouldn't have worked either. Alright, so now that that's all good, we'll do the before takeoff checklist because we're holding short. Fuel quantity is checked. We're on the fullest tank, which is the right tank. Engines are in the green, that's checked. Transponder is 0223, coding alt. Fuel pump, we'll turn it on. Landing lights, turn it on. Make sure rich flaps, we don't need any. And then trim should be in neutral, which it is. Seatbelt on. So if we're rolling down the runway, we see anything abnormal with the plane or the runway, we're gonna power idle, stop if we can, and exit if we can. 0 to 500 AGL, which is about 1400 indicated, 0 to, or 900, 1400 indicated. We'll turn no further wing, or actually, we'll land straight ahead, 500 to 1000. So from 1400 to 2000, or 1400 to 1900. We'll go ahead and turn no further to the wingtip to land. 1000 above will land practical if we're still in the pattern, which we shouldn't be because we're doing a northeast departure. We'll circle back to land. So that's our takeoff briefing. We'll call them short of 2A right, and we're ready for departure. Minneapolis departure, Warrior 536 Pop uniform, short of 2A right, flying cloud, ready for departure.
526 Pop uniform, left crosswind departure is approved, runway 30, correction 28 right, clear for takeoff.
Left crosswind departure, 2A right, clear for takeoff for 536 Pop uniform, thank you. So he wants to do the left crosswind departure, so we'll make a left turn out. Wait a minute. Yeah, I don't know how he wants us to do this, but I guess we'll make it happen. We'll turn left. Alright, 2A right confirmed. We're gonna go full throttle. Turn into the wind, which is our left. Engines are in the green. Airspeed coming in live. 60 knots. Rotate. Pitch for VY 79. And we're off. We're climbing good too. About 500 feet now, we'll start our turn to the left crosswind departure. Wants us to do. Okay, so I know what I'm looking at here. Oops. Gotta be careful not to climb into the Bravo. We'll maintain 3,000 feet or 2,500. I see the airport already, it's over there. 0240 for Warrior 536
Minneapolis, Robert, fly heading 270.
270 cleared into the Bravo for 536 What was the heading again for 536
Sorry, heading 090.
090, and then cleared into the Bravo 536 Thank you. Alright, perfect. So we'll actually just go up to 3,000 feet. We're going to be going 090. 3,000 feet is just going to put us right at the bottom shelf of that Bravo airspace. Alright, well, we're cruising up. I actually already did the climb checklist, which is to turn off the fuel pump, I believe. Hold on, give me a second. Let me double check that. Yep, flaps retractor, fuel pumps off, landing lights off, engine gauges are in the green. We'll actually just keep the landing lights on because we're about to land anyway soon, so. We're like 50 feet in the Bravo right now, so we should probably get down a little bit. But I do see the Minneapolis airport. It seems like we do got traffic over there taking off.
20 radar contact, go.
Through 1,100, 7,020.
It's a beautiful livery.
And then coming in 1,020.
Minneapolis, we're probably learning 3 zeros. I don't know if I can. Arrival air, arrival 8 is on 35, 35. Let's see if we can hear it.
Runway 4.
Okay, there you go.
Not available for taxi between the parallel during sunset to sunrise. Use caution. Numerous taxiway closures. Caution. Earth near Minneapolis and Paul International Airport. Read max hold short instructions and assigned altitude. All aircraft taxi with transponder and altitude encoding on it. Advise on initial contact. You'll have information delta.
Information Delta is current.
Minneapolis St. Paul International Airport arrival information Delta 0253 Zulu. West top. Visibility 10.
346 with ATC, and the
2,000 passing runway over.
37718 is Delta turn on 30 right.
I see the 30 left, I believe is what I'm looking at.
Copy from the Minneapolis Airport at your 11.
Let's see it.
Yeah, 11 o'clock and 6 miles.
We have it inside for I-36 Pop uniform.
Roger, after last base, runway 30 left.
Left base, 30 left for 536 Pop uniform, thank you.
Runway departure.
6 Pop uniform, we're actually just gonna do a touch and go and then depart to Crystal.
6 Pop uniform on the go, fly runway heading and maintain 4 down.
Runway heading 4,000 on the go for 536 Pop uniform.
How will the approach at critical?
Sorry?
How will the approach at critical terminate?
We're probably gonna terminate once we depart here actually and exit the Bravo.
Verify it as Delta and 30 right.
Alright, landing lights, fuel pumps, make sure Rich.
We'll pick up that info and we'll expect 30 right there.
Get that live information.
Alright, left base. We're kinda already in like a 45 for the left downwind, 30 left, but we'll make it work here. So that's runway. That runway is not available. And Mall of America is right down there. Alright, I'm going to run the descent and landing checklist real quick. So we're going to be quite busy on our way down here. Descent, passenger briefing, stereo cockpit. If you see any airplanes or birds or anything flying, let me know. Seatbelt secure, fuel selector, full as tank, picture rich. Radios is set. 30 left, clear touch and go, 536 miles uniform, thank you. Make sure rich, altimeter descent, landing lights, approach briefing. We're going to be entering left base, 30 left, clear to land. Alright, perfect. Landing checklist, fuel pumps, landing lights, carburetor heat, blah blah blah. All set, check. For landing checklist complete. We're gonna make this kind of like a short approach here, so. Trim. I'll put down the first notch of flaps. Put the carburetor heat on. Trim for that flap setting. approach and looks clear to me. I don't see any traffic coming in. Don't want to be, you know, hitting the airliners. Final looks clear, so we're gonna throw in a second notch of flaps here. Hopefully we're probably a little high right now, but that's fine. We have a lot of runway space. Alright, base the final turn. We'll dump all the flaps up or down. We are indeed a little high, but that's fine. Throttle idle so we can get down a little bit. There you go. Alright, there you go. We're intercepting the glide slope. Fighting a little bit of a left crosswind. We're gonna throw in right rudder, left aileron. Aiming for the 1,000 footers. Just slowly reduce that throttle to idle. Oops, a little float, or a little balloon. All good. Perfect. Touchdown. Mixture, or not mixture, carburetor heat. 1 notch flaps up. Full throttle. 60 knots and we're back off. 63 positive rate, second notch up. 79 positive rate, last notch up. We're gonna fly runway heading 4,000 feet. Climb.
Say again, what waypoint? 3771 on. We'll descend 4,000 after Osmo and Denver 3771.
We're gonna track Gopher into Crystal 173. We're gonna tune it on. Maintain 2,500, 536 Mach confirm.
Okay,
630 vector to the lead for 536 Mach confirm. Alrighty, flying straight towards downtown. Alright, we'll go ahead and turn off the fuel pump for now. Made the mixture a little bit. Now we're cruising over to Crystal. Alright, so I'm looking at my sectional right now, and currently we're located next to these lakes here. So from these lakes, I should be able to intersect the 159 radial from Gulfer. So let's see if I can capture it here. Gulfer is 1173. That's set. Perfect. And then we gotta find the 159 radial. And it should show a from indication from that. There you go. Fly the opposite of 159 and we should be about 355. Yeah, 355. No, it's 335. Yeah, there you go. So this should take us right over to Crystal. Sensitive here.
You appear to be off course. Where are you at? Copy uniform Minneapolis.
536 Pop uniform.
Copy uniform leaving the Minneapolis proper airspace and Crystal Tower currently closed. Your radar service terminated. Squawk VFR change to 5.
Advisory squawk VFR. Have a good night. 536 Pop uniform. See ya.
Number 3771 Minneapolis.
1200.
Number 3771.
3771 looks like we left the final box after the arrival.
Alright, I have Crystal in sight.
On our side, it still says we're in line. We just passed waypoint for.
Looking at runway 32 right there. We'll probably just land
look like it.
32.
Turn left, turn right heading 210 and vectors for another 30 right level line. But I checked at the time. Looks like you're about.
Yeah, we landed 30
4
Minneapolis,
miles
so
north
we'll
of
land
the
32 Crystal.
We'll turn right 210 and we'll check that for next time. For 37 minutes.
Alright, changing to advisory frequency for Crystal, which is 120.3. Crystal traffic, Warrior 536 Pop uniform is about 4 miles southwest of the airfield, inbound landing runway 32 Crystal. And Crystal traffic, Warrior 536 Pop uniform, we're going to be entering a straight in approach for runway 32 Crystal. Alright, 2 white, 2 red. We're looking good. White notch, first notch flaps. Carburetor heats. Alright, on glide path. Bit low, we'll add a little power. There you go, back on. Deploy second notch flaps. Trimming forward. Want that speed to be at 70 here, so we'll start pitching up for the speed. Notch your flaps. We'll aim straight for the friggin' the numbers. Just around 3 red is fine for this if I want to make the numbers. The stripes in front of the numbers. There you go. Getting a little bumpy down here, but no problem. Doesn't seem like our nose is pointed either left or right. So we don't have much of a crosswind. Made past the tree, so we're cleared obstacles. Go down, approach the threshold. Throttle idle. Flare a little bit, come on. Get it down for the numbers. We're down. We're not going to use any brakes. I'm just going to use aerodynamic braking. Maybe we are going to need some brakes. Alright. Crystal traffic, Warrior 536 from vacating runway 32 Golf 4, taxiing to the FBO via Golf Alpha Crystal. Alright, I'm gonna fully out of the runway. After landing checklist, we'll run that. Boom, boom, boom. Flaps. Alright, verifying after landing. Carburetor heat off, transponder alt pump off, landing lights off. Mixture is lean, flaps retracted. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are down at Crystal from Minneapolis International Airport. Something you cannot really do in real life, but we did it in a plane that is, or in a simulator that's basically real life. So we made it. It only took us about 40 minutes or so to do all of that, so not too shabby. Alrighty. We're gonna park the plane right in front of that fuel pump over there. sure we don't hit any planes here. Clear this wing, clear it over here. Alright, we'll stop here. Ready, avionics off. Alrighty, perfect. Airplane is shut off. We'll put on the chalk. Open the door for some circulation. And let's head on out. Not letting me get out, but we are out. That's gonna be this thumbnail. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining me on this trip this trip from Flying Cloud to Crystal with a little surprise in between. I hope you guys enjoyed this little video, and like always, if you enjoyed this video, don't need to subscribe, but like at least. And yeah, we'll see you in the next one. Have a good day. See ya!